Celtics versus Magic, Game 4 in L. So we got another 3-1 lead here, and that is from the Celtics. So let's talk about how the Celtics won this game. Sorry, I have to put myself in the middle because I'm trying to show you that the Celtics are on the left, obviously because the green color. You could see they won in a majority of the categories here. I mean, the free throw disparity is actually kind of crazy. I didn't even realize this until just now. 32 to 20 free throws. And obviously the Celtics made 30 out of 32, so that's a ton of points right there. I'm not saying the Magic weren't fouling at all. I'm just saying I didn't even realize the disparity was that large. Neither team shot the three well. You could see Celtics are 9 of 31. The Magic 8 of 30, but that's, more typical for them than the Celtics. We're going to run through a play, but first I just want to say this game was really won through execution and making tough shots because the Magic, I talked about it in the series preview, the Magic always play the Celtics tough. The Celtics usually end up winning, or sometimes win. Maybe it's more like a 50-50 split in the regular season, but the Celtics always have a tough time with the Magic. And I didn't think the Magic were going to win this series. I picked it 4-1, which seems kind of how it's going right now. The problem with the Magic is they don't have enough shooting, enough scoring. Paolo and Franz have been incredible in this series. They haven't gotten enough help offensively from other players. Now, defensively, they've been doing their thing, which is why they've been in basically every game because their defense is holding them up. But to be fair, they don't have Jalen Suggs, who is, a huge part of the team. But these are the type of plays that won the Celtics the game. So Al Horford, he was not going to lose. I feel like Al Horford was low-key the MVP of this game. He didn't have the biggest stat line, but he made the clutch block, this clutch offensive rebound, all these things. So unfortunately for the Magic, Al Horford gets this offensive rebound, despite him and Franz, boxing each other out, throws it out to Derek White. KCP almost gets a hands on it, but Derek White gets it, and here's what Derek White does. As soon as he sees KCP coming right towards him, he runs towards the basket. Why? Because KCP's momentum is throwing him in the opposite direction, so he's going to be behind him. He's not going to be able to, be in front of him and, get in his way. And Derek White, look at this. It's tough defense. He's right on him. This is not an open layup by any means. He makes this tough shot. I think he actually gets a foul on this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was a three-point play. Even if it wasn't, this was a tough layup. These are the type of plays that really won the Celtics a game, getting the timely offensive rebounds and timely steals on the Magic. At the end of the game, they turned the Magic over 2 or 3 times when the Magic really could not afford to do that. That's really what ended up costing the Magic the game. Those 2 or 3 costly turnovers, one of them was Paolo, I remember specifically. I think Al Horford, shout out to Al Horford again, I think he actually got the steal. I think he knocked it out of Paolo's hands, correct me if I'm wrong. But there was a couple of those, in crunch time, and that kind of cost the Magic the game. But again, I want to give credit to the Orlando Magic. The Celtics were the overwhelming favorites in this series. And they have given themselves an opportunity to win just about every game. Now, again, I picked the Celtics in 5, so I did not think that they were going to win every game. But they have put out their best effort, especially defensively, to win this game. And shout out to Paolo. I know I mentioned him earlier in the video, but I said in this series preview, I was this is a series where Paolo's probably going to average 30 and 10. He's going to go crazy, but it's not going to be enough. And I don't know what he's averaging in the series, but I think he is averaging 30 and 10. So I don't know if the Magic will win Game 5, but I do want to say one thing that is something to keep your eye out for is Peyton Pritchard. They made a conscious effort that Peyton Pritchard doesn't get off because, he's a spark off the bench. He's the 6th man of the year. And I'm not saying that he's going to win the game for the Celtics, but he definitely gives them a lift because if he's scoring 0 points like he did in this game, I think he actually ended with 0 points. That's a lot of production lost off the bench. And I think the Magic they do know that Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, they're going to get theirs, right? They can't necessarily stop them, but if you stop Peyton Pritchard, at least you could minimize their bench production because you're not getting as much bench production because you're just not. So now it's a little bit more even there. So as long as your starters outplay their starters, that gives you a chance to win. So I actually agree with their strategy.